Hi, everybody. It's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back once again with a review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Dark of the Moon, Cyberverse, Legion Class Commander, Battlesteel Optimus Prime. This is the front of the package. You can see Prime in vehicle mode with the parts that make him Battle Steel attached to the back. On the rear, here's the rest of the package. You can see, basically, this is the Commander class Optimus Prime that we got in Wave 1, that we got as a movie preview toy, that comes with a trailer as a deluxe Cyberverse vehicle that has already shown up in at least 2 store exclusive battle packs repainted. Yeah. This is the same figure with just some new weapons. This particular figure, he's been repainted to look more like in his traditional G1 colors, but you'll see that in a moment. So let's put the package aside, and let's get to the figure. Boom. So yeah, here's Prime. As you can see, he comes with 2 of his Energon swords that he's had since the first movie and the second movie. And I think he used something like them in the third movie, Dark of the Moon. And he has 2 giant honking cannons on his shoulders, which attach to the smokestacks. There are various options to display the weapons. This is how I have them just now, but if you want, you can remove the sword. There is a peg in the top of each gun. You can peg it in, then slide the... Oh boy, you know what? Prime is not going to stand on this where I have him, so just slide it in, and then there's a little connector piece. This is really more for vehicle mode, and when he's in to attach it to the smokestack, you just swing that in. So the peg right here is accessible to Prime's hand, and you have a blaster. This looks like the blaster he used in Revenge of the Fallen. Sort of like the gun that you can make from Buster Prime's gas tanks, and that's that. So to transform him, you have to remove all his little gimmicks. There you go. Now, if you've seen my previous review on the preview Prime, it's the same transformation. First thing you want to do is come around the back, move the shoulder, what will be the rear parts of the truck out of the way. Flip the head up, come around, flip the arms up like so. Come on down to the legs, peg them together. Now things get a little tricky because you want to come in and detach the waist and hips from the top of the cab, rotate it around, and then bring it up the front so it's like this. After doing that, you can come around the rear, and then peg the back parts together. This will make the trailer hitch. You can then come in, unpeg the arms from his shoulder. Oh, forgetting a very important part. The torso is on a little rail. You just want to slide that out. If you forget to do this like I did, you'll have to re-peg the rear end, the trailer hitch. Just come on in, and this will peg in, just like so. You can come around the front And you basically want to push the front end in until you hear a snap. That way it'll be flush. And here he is. Truck can roll. And as you can see, there are no flames. The red is not as bright as G1 Prime, but it's more like if you've ever seen any of the Japanese exclusives where they do a metallic repaint of Prime. This is what this red reminds me of. Okay, let's go to the guns, which happen to be all over here. I'm just going to peg the sword into the other gun. You will have to do this for vehicle mode, so it's not just for storage when holding the blasters. Then what you want to do is swing out the hitch, like so. You'll notice that one of the guns has this hitch part, and then the other one, which we saw earlier, has more like a tab. And there's a hole in the side of the hitch part that the other gun has a tab that can peg into. And there you go. Now, what you want to do is you then want to take the guns, you want to swing them around, and there's a little groove where the hitch is that actually the handles of the gun will peg into. So then you can just come in, and this Prime still has that same hitch from the first release. So you'll just snap it into place, and there you go. And this is basically his non-attack vehicle mode. It does look a little bit like the Voyager class when it has its mech tech weapon on, that it looks like a rocket truck. What's nice is you can come on in, rotate the guns out and forward, so you have them like Prime's blasting people. So besides Prime blasting people, you can also rotate the swords out. And it can be like Prime's driving along. He's got some wings. And, he's going to shank people. Now, it's interesting. I'm sure you guys are noticing this now. I have the swords on backwards. Now, the reason that is that in robot mode, he has to hold them a certain way if you want to do it underhanded. But yeah, but either way it works. I mean, it's a great little toy. So yeah, so there you go. Now I have him that way. You can just drive along and, slice somebody's leg off. I'm going to transform him back real quick, because I kind of want to, now that I think about it. Oh yeah, great. During the review, think of something you want to do. I do want to show you what I was just mentioning about his hands real quick. I mean, this is a transformation we've all seen, dozens and dozens of times. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. It's Optimus Prime. Okay, now this is actually one of the big flaws with the figure that I have. If you want him to hold the swords underhanded, like so, this is how they angle in. Now, this is sort of like how he should be holding him. You can try to, wedge them straight over the plate, but you run the risk of causing stress marks. And then if you have him hold it like this, to be honest, it just doesn't look right to me. It would have been nice if they would have done a little remolding and put into the side of each arm a hole so he could have the swords in his arm. If you plug the swords in the opposite hands, it does work a little better underhanded. The angling is not as So do I recommend this figure? If you like your Prime with large cannons and swords, yes. If you don't have the preview Prime or the first release Prime, which I don't think is too many people, you can pass him. If you just have like the deluxe Cyberverse with the trailer, you might want to pick this guy up. Um, who knows? He actually might be showing up in another multi-pack as a store exclusive as we get closer to the holidays. But I like him. I'm a big fan of this figure. You know, we all know the articulation is great. I mean, it's not as good as a deluxe, and it's not as great as the deluxe Walmart Prime, but for what it is, it's good. So, this is your old pal Chuck, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Transformer and all that.